Happy Sunday, everyone. All right, how many people know the song "I Release and Let Go"? Just raise your hand. I release and let go. Okay, so I'll teach it to you. All right, you can just repeat after me. So it's I release and I let go.
I release and I let go.
I let the Spirit run my life.
I let the Spirit run my life.
And my heart is open wide.
And my heart is open wide.
Yes, I'm only here for God.
Yes, I'm only here for God.
The second part is no more struggle, no more strife.
No more struggle, no more strife.
With my faith I see the light.
With my faith I see the light.
I am free in the Spirit.
I am free in the Spirit.
Yes, I'm only here for God.
Yes, I'm only here for God.
Sound good, you got it. So I'm just going to sing a little intro and then we'll come in with the song, okay? There was a time in my life I thought I had to do it all for myself. I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. I didn't know the love of God was at hand. Now I can say, if you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, you got to let it go. Let it all go, and this is what you have to say. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Oh, I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle. No more struggle. No more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit.
I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God.
Yes, I'm only here for God. Come on.
Yes, I'm only here
One more
for
time. Yes, I'm
God.
only here for God.
Yes, I'm only here for God.
We are only here for God. Good morning. Please join me in our opening treatment, which is our word for affirmative prayer. So we take a breath in this moment, and we can feel Spirit reverberating in our heart, reverberating in our mind, reverberating in our whole being. But we have proclaimed and declared, I am only here for God. I am only here to know God and to have God and to allow God to know itself through me. So as I speak this word, I speak it for each one here, that we are the channel through which God expresses its love, its peace, its joy, its wisdom. All of the qualities of Spirit are available in this moment within us. And so let us proclaim and declare we are only here to be love in the world. We are only here to be joy in the world. We are here to be peace in the world. And as we make this declaration, Spirit fills us up even more. We let go. We let go of struggle. We let go of strife. We let go of anything unlike love and peace and joy. And Spirit just continues to expand through us with more and more of that energy. And so that is what we bring into this celebration today. That is what we share with one another. That is what we emanate out to the world at large. That is how powerful God is, and that is how beautiful we are when we open to the Spirit. So as we move into this celebration, I know that it is blessed. Each one here is blessed. The music and the message delivers the highest idea of God, and we receive it in the highest way it can be received. And I express my deepest and most profound gratitude for this teaching, for this celebration today, for each one that is here, and for the joy that we are opening our hearts to experience. So with this gratitude, I open the way for this word to become manifest. For we know that the law brings about everything that is spoken in the fullest and highest form. So knowing that that is done, I say thank you, God, and so it is. Amen. So it is. Good morning again. Welcome to Center for Spiritual Living Morristown, a vibrant community where love, joy, and inclusivity are at the heart of everything that we do. Here we honor the unique journey of every soul, offering a place of healing, growth, and celebration. Together, we create an atmosphere of openness and love where every person is seen, valued, and accepted just as they are. I'm Reverend Janice Billera. I am a minister here at Center for Spiritual Living Morristown. Thank you for joining us, whether you are here in person, and it's lovely to see all of you, or whether you're watching the live stream or you check us out at a later time. We're just so happy that you are with us. If this is your first time here, and I do see some first timers, we're so happy again that you found your way here. And we welcome you, and we invite you, if you didn't yet receive a welcome packet, to take one of those and sign a new visitor form if you want us to keep you informed of all the happenings here at our center. We do publish a weekly constant contact newsletter, so if you haven't signed up, there's a sign-up sheet at the back. If you have signed up and you have Gmail, the constant contact newsletter may be in a different inbox. This is happening to a lot of people because Gmail decided to reclassify everybody's emails. So and I know it's happened to some people here, check your other inboxes. It could be under promotion or something else, reclassify it, and then you'll make it a priority. You'll get it every week. You'll see it every week at least. You could also visit us at our website, which is cslmorristown.org. So the 2025 CSL theme is Rising Higher, Growing Deeper, right? And the monthly theme for November, it's been a long month, 5 Sundays, is Loving the Unlikable. My topic today is Gratitude in the Real World. And I'm very happy to welcome the beautiful and talented Jackie Jones, who you already heard. She's our musical inspiration today. She's doing everything a cappella, which I just think is so beautiful. And so we're grateful that you're right here. So we are going to begin today the way we always begin, with our Namaste practice. Namaste, we know, means the divinity within me recognizes and honors the divinity within you. And when I am in that place in me, and you are in that place in you, there is only one of us. So the first Sunday in November, I remember saying, let's thank each other for being here. Not just here at our center, which of course we do, thank you, but here in our life right now. I think it's just so miraculous when we pay attention to who's in our life and to give gratitude for whoever is there, because it brings us so present. So as you offer each other a namaste today, you can say namaste and maybe add thank you for being here. Okay? Let's do that. Okay, we're going to begin begin the rest of the celebration with a meditation, a guided meditation. So I invite you to get comfortable. Put your burdens down, even take your glasses off, whatever it is that makes you the most comfortable. Let's just begin by gently settling in. Wherever you are seated, allow your body to relax into the chair beneath you, or the couch. Let your hands rest easily, and if it feels comfortable, softly close your eyes so your sight turns within, less distractions, and lets you be more present. I invite you to take a slow, deep breath in through your nose and gently release it through your mouth. It actually calms our nervous system. Breathe in through your nose, a sacred inhale, and release through your mouth, a divine exhale. One more time, inhaling presence and exhaling any tension you don't need to carry right now. Just release and let it go. And just find your own natural rhythm of breath. And simply notice this moment. The room, any sounds. right on time. The quiet between the sounds. There's nothing to fix in this moment. There's nowhere else you need to go. Just this moment and your breath. Now bring to mind this simple yet profound truth. Between stimulus and response, there is a space. And in that space, there is a choice. And in that choice, there is power and there is freedom. So let's quietly step into that space together now. So on your next breath in, silently say, I pause. And on your breath out, silently say, I soften. Again, inhale, I pause. Exhale, I soften. Just let your nervous system feel that for a moment. Pause, soften. Now gently bring your awareness to your heart center. Not with any effort, just with your attention. And imagine or simply sense a soft, warm light there. Steady, calm, present. And into that space, silently offer one simple phrase. Thank you. There's no need to even attach anything specific to it. Just the feeling of gratitude itself moving through your awareness. Thank you for this breath. Thank you for this moment. Thank you for the simple fact of being alive, being here. And let love look into your heart. So without judgment, because love does not judge, allow a real life moment to float into your awareness. Specifically, a situation that may feel a little unresolved. Perhaps a relationship that feels tender. Or a pattern that you are still learning to love. You don't need to analyze it, just notice it gently. And in the middle of that awareness, silently say, I choose presence here. Again, softly and silently say within, I choose gratitude even here. And now, I choose love. Not because it's easy, but because it's powerful. And just feel what shifts when you choose love from awareness instead of reaction. Just notice. No pressure, no performance, just awareness. Now return again to your breath, in and out. Notice your body, your heart, your awareness in this room, in this space. And maybe gently bring a small smile to your face. Not because life is perfect, but because you are awake inside of it. Another deep breath in. As we prepare to move into today's message, let this intention quietly settle within you. Today I practice the pause. Today I practice gratitude. Today I practice choosing love in the real world. And whenever you're ready, you can gently open your eyes and continue to have love look into your heart.
Amazing grace shall always be my song of praise. For it was grace that bought my liberty. I do not know just how love came to know me so. Love looked into my heart and saw my needs. And I shall forever lift my head in thanks to thee, to thank my God for all that's done for me. How marvelous that grace that caught my falling soul. Love looked into my heart and saw my needs. And I shall forever lift my head in thanks to thee, to thank my God for all that's done for me. How
God. Whew. So, how was Thanksgiving? Now, some of you may still be glowing with warmth and connection and perfectly brown stuffing. Others may be thinking, I love my family, but really from a safe emotional distance, or anything in between. Because Thanksgiving is that magical holiday where we practice gratitude right next to unresolved family dynamics, political differences perhaps, unsolicited life advice, and the mystery of why somebody always browns the rolls or burns the rolls, and in my family it's somebody always forgets to put them in the oven at all. So just don't end up with rolls. And I'm sure you have your own variations of that as well. Our theme this whole month of November has been loving the unlikable. Living and loving the unlikable. And if there's any time of year that we get opportunities to practice this, it's during the holidays. Ram Dass used to say, if you think you are enlightened, spend a family dinner. A holiday family dinner together. Which is exactly why this talk is called Gratitude in the Real World. Not gratitude in the quiet of a mountain monastery. Not gratitude when everything is easy. Gratitude when life is lifing. Because gratitude is not polite positivity, it's power. In Science of Mind, we don't treat gratitude as a hallmark sentiment. We treat it as a spiritual technology, a tool that changes the lens through which we see reality. Gratitude doesn't change what's already happened. It changes how consciousness interprets what is happening right now. And when the lens changes, the experience changes. Not because the world magically rearranges itself, but because we do. And that's why we're in this teaching. That's why we're drawn to a teaching like this. We are definitely here, of course, to experience more enlightenment, to expand our consciousness, to let in more love and light and beauty and peace and allow that to be our experience, which requires us to change the lens we've been using. Now, I'm sure I don't speak for everyone when I talk about family dynamics being challenging. Some of you may have had like a Norman Rockwell Hallmark kind of family growing up. And your Thanksgivings may still reflect that. And for that, I say, yay, you. It was not my experience. Although I adore my family. And I don't laugh as much or as hard with any other group. My family brings that out. So we have that. But there was definitely another side of the personalities when I was growing up. And only through this teaching and other spiritual and psychological technologies was I able to change the lens, to become who I am today, and to have a different experience of my life. So that said, I'm also like Ram Dass, because the dynamics of family still have a very broad range and an impact on me, and I still find myself challenged, triggered when I'm around my family. People say that they push your buttons because they installed them. And I still definitely have that experience. Growing up, for me, in my home, it was really like a powder keg, waiting for somebody to go off. And my role, which was given to me at a very young age from very unaware parents, was you are in charge of making sure the keg doesn't explode. Really? I'm 7. But, like any child, I did what I needed to do to feel safe. And I tried to manage the emotions of my parents and my sister. And lastly, myself. So the survival tactic that I took on for this gargantuan task was to become hyper vigilant, okay? To always know what's going on so that I could manage it before it got out of hand. How well do you think I did with that strategy in keeping the peace in my family? Anybody? Yeah, very well. I was never able to control it. I was never able to keep the powder keg from exploding. But I did develop hypervigilance. And Lori talked earlier this month about when she talked about loving the unlikable in yourself. And sometimes from something unlikable, we develop something very useful. So I have come to appreciate the aspect of hypervigilance because it makes me an individual who has a vast attention for detail. I can also read the energy in a room pretty easily. I'm a great manager and planner, and I can usually get a sense of people pretty quickly. So it served me in my life and definitely both of my major careers, but it has also wreaked havoc on my nervous system. So I had to change the dynamic. If I wanted to be healthy and well-balanced, I needed to change not just the dynamic of my family, but the role that I played in my family. And this is the role that still challenges me at the holidays especially. So my greatest tool for overcoming this has been practicing what I call PPP. Pause, pivot, presence. Pause, pivot, presence. And the pause comes first. The pause must come first. Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor and psychiatrist, gave us one of the most powerful spiritual truths ever spoken. I mentioned it in the meditation. I know many of you have heard this. Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and freedom. So say somebody cuts you off in traffic, right? That's the stimulus. I don't have a traffic thing, but mine is somebody voices a different opinion than mine, okay? Think politics, just for a second. So that's the stimulus, and in both situations, your nervous system fires up like a Vegas slot machine. Response, loaded, judgment, counterattack, righteousness, anger, whatever is your go-to, right? Stimulus, response. But Frankl says there's a space, a holy pause, a breath, a moment where we get to choose our response. And gratitude lives inside that pause. Not because we're thankful because somebody cut us off in traffic, or not because we're thankful somebody vehemently disagrees with us, but because gratitude interrupts the automatic reaction long enough for conscious choice to return. It interrupts the automatic response long enough, for the automatic reaction, long enough for conscious choice to return. So here's the pattern: stimulus, pause, gratitude, presence, choice, love. Right? In that pause, which always comes first, we allow gratitude, because gratitude is the pivot point. It's the turning of the inner wheel. So in that pause, we might say, I'm grateful I'm aware right now. I'm grateful I get to choose differently. I'm grateful I don't have to be run by my habitual reactions, because they are habitual. Gratitude pulls us out of the unconscious reaction and drops us into presence. And from presence, we choose. And from choice, we get to practice love. Ernest Holmes reminds us that life is not something that happens to us. It is something that happens through us. That means the quality of life is not determined only by events. It is shaped by the consciousness that we bring to those events. And gratitude is one of the fastest ways to shift consciousness. It's not to avoid reality. It's not to spiritually bypass, but to stand inside reality differently. Gratitude doesn't say, oh, this is perfect. Gratitude says instead, I am present, I am awake, and I am still choosing love even here. And gratitude is a nervous system reset. We talked about this a lot in the class that we just finished. Modern neuroscience backs this up. The moment we shift into gratitude, the stress response quiets. Coherence begins to return. The heart rhythm changes. The brain shifts out of high alert survival mode. Gratitude literally tells the body, you are safe enough right now to choose love. You are safe enough right now to choose love. Gratitude in this context isn't about being nice. It's about being free. So let's be clear, this practice is not about being a spiritual doormat. It's not about pretending that things don't hurt. It's not about forcing positive vibes over genuine pain. It's about refusing to let old reactions decide your future. It's about saying, I choose consciousness over conditioning. I choose presence over panic. I choose love over automatic protection. That's real world spirituality. Holmes also taught, we do not change conditions by fighting against them, but by changing the cause which produced them. Where does the cause live? In consciousness, right? In our consciousness. It lives in our perspective. It lives in the meaning that we assign. It lives in the lens that we choose to see things with. Now, I have found that I can't make that change through the lens of my personality. Einstein said, you can't change the problem at the level of the problem. Our personality is not even set up that way, right? We will have opinions. We will discern. We will compare. We're even going to judge. And sometimes that serves us. But you can't get to the cause from there. You can make some behavior modifications, but you can't change the cause that produced them because it was the personality that produced them. Right? It's like a detective who can't solve the crime because he actually committed the crime. Neuroscience also teaches us that if we want to make real and lasting change, we need to bypass the operating system, personality, the ego mind, the conditioned mind, and enter the unified field. So I'm going to share with you my favorite Rumi poem, which probably everybody has heard, at least the first verse, but it's so fitting for this whole greater idea. Out beyond ideas of wrongdoing and right doing, there is a field. I'll meet you there. When the soul lies down in that grass, the world is too full to talk about. Ideas, language, even the phrase each other doesn't make sense. In that silence, there is understanding. In that space, there is truth. In that field, we remember who we are. So Rumi reminds us that beyond our judgments and beyond who's right and who's wrong, beyond our stories of blame and defense, there is a field. We call it the unified field, a place of presence, a place of truth, a place of love. And gratitude is one of the ways we step into that field, right in the middle of the real world. So I took that poem in my practice of PPP. What are the P's? Pause, pivot, presence, right? Very good. I took all of this with me to Thanksgiving dinner at my sister's house on Thursday. Now, my sister, she is the most amazing hostess I know. She could make Martha Stewart look like a poser, okay? Her house is decorated impeccably for whatever the theme is, so it's like autumn, everywhere. But beautiful and tasteful. Her dining room table, I have pictures I can show you later. You don't want to sit there. You don't want to use the napkin. It's beautiful. And she can cook. She makes the most delicious food and presents it like you're at a 5-star restaurant. Okay? But she puts a lot of pressure on herself to be that perfect. So she often has a short fuse at these events. So even after all of my practice and all of my prayers and all of my growth and all of my pivoting, I could still feel my nervous system being triggered by the old stories and the old roles that I played. Keep the fuse from being lit. Keep the powder keg from going off. And this year there was a little added tension because of different political views that might be spoken. So this is how I knew my nervous system was activated when I got there. My old pattern of hypervigilance kicking in immediately. It's like I have antennas that go up. Does anybody remember my favorite Martian? I'm really dating myself. So my antenna goes up, right? It's like, chaos in the kitchen. Oh no. Mom in the dining room. Oh no. And I'm just, kind of pulled there. But blessedly, because of spiritual presence, because of spiritual mind treatment, and because of my daily practices, the pause, most certainly, and using gratitude to pivot, it saved most of the day for me. So whenever my antenna was sensing there was a disturbance in the force, I became present with whatever was in front of me and grateful for whoever was in front of me. And I continually chose love and allowed it to flow. And it all went really well. Until the last half hour. That's pretty good though. Last half hour. So by this point, a number of people had left already, including Rich, my partner, who had to go home and take care of our dog, my daughter and her husband, who, by the way, were the only political allies I had in the group of all these other people. So I stayed to help my sister clean up. So most of the cleanup was done at this point, so we were kind of relaxing. And I realized I hadn't gotten to really spend time with my youngest great nephew, Elijah, who's 3, the most beautiful being on the planet. So I noticed that he's in the TV room. So the TV room, of course, had football on all day. We're a football family. I hadn't been in there, but people went in and out. Big screen TV. And I see him in there. That's where my sister keeps her toy chest, too. So I go in there and I sit on the couch because I'm going to connect with Elijah. So sitting next to me on my right is my nephew Michael, Elijah's father. On my left is my cousin Michael, who's more my age or my generation. So I'm connecting with Elijah and he's laughing and giggling. And I look up and I see a news bulletin on the TV. And the president's face takes up the TV. And so in that moment, my nervous system, goes into survival mode, and we know that's what is survival mode? Fight, flight, fight, freeze, fight, freeze, fight,
flight,
freeze, fight, flight, freeze, okay. My first reaction was freeze. Maybe nobody will notice it, Just shh. So I, again, to make myself really be present, I looked at Elijah, he's laughing. And then I hear my nephew Michael start to comment, oh no, flee, run away. But I was there with Elijah. So again, pivot, pause, pivot, gratitude for Elijah, get present. So then, now, Michael starts talking about it. My cousin Michael starts talking about it, and the Michaels agree on everything that I don't agree with. And the Michaels started to get loud. And so my next thing was, that came up, fight. I don't agree with this. Pause, pivot, gratitude, pay attention to Elijah, be right here. So because I paused, an idea came. And I said to Elijah, go over to Mima's toy chest and pick a toy. And I was kind of hoping, you know how most of the toys nowadays have bells and whistles, and I was hoping he'd pick something like that to like drown out what was happening in the room. So he ducked down and he picked this hand puppet. And he brought it over to me, and as soon as I looked at it, first I really felt this connection to this hand puppet. It was old-fashioned, it was familiar, something about it was familiar. I remember thinking like, oh, I'm glad they still make toys like this, like it's an old-fashioned toy. So it's a hand puppet of an alligator. And if you put your hand in it, you can make the mouth go like this. So I started playing with Elijah. Alligator's got your nose. Alligator's got your ear. And he's laughing, and meanwhile the Michaels are, you know, presents, love. Alligator's got, and so it started to really get a little bit, you know, and Elijah's being very present. And in that moment, I really had to really open my heart. Elijah, in that moment, takes the puppet from me. He's saying, Jim, give me the puppet. Okay. And he goes over to his father, and he starts playing the game with his father. Dada, alligator's got your finger. Alligator's got your nose. And I watched my nephew Michael. It was as if he came out of a trance. Honestly, he just like looked down. He stopped doing what he was doing, saying what he was saying. He looked down, and it was like he just smiled. He started playing the game. He picked up his son and hugged him. He turned to me, who he knows where I stand about things, and he just started laughing with me and Elijah. Now my cousin Michael was still yelling at the TV, talking about the people that are making the world bad, who are all my people. And so Elijah, who doesn't really even know my cousin Michael, gets down off his father's lap, and he goes over to my cousin Michael, who's standing up. So Elijah's this big, so he takes the alligator. Alligator got your toes? Alligator got your knees? Alligator got your legs? And I watched my cousin Michael just like do the same thing and look down, soften. Now these two didn't do it intentionally, but you could change the energy. The energy gets changed, especially by someone innocent like Elijah. So he picked up Elijah and put him on his lap and had the same connection with him. Now, it was extraordinary, even though old patterns kicked in for me at first. Because gratitude in the real world is not about perfection. It's about practice. I still wanted to freeze or flee. And if I didn't really pivot and get present, I could have easily moved into fight. But I got to practice and build that muscle, because that's what practice is, and build our spiritual muscle. It's a practice of pausing in the middle of ordinary chaos and choosing a sacred response. It's a practice of changing the lens, of reclaiming the space. We reclaimed the space, of remembering who we are. In that field, we remember who we truly are. Now, Elijah hasn't forgotten yet. And so he was really able to be in that field where the ideas of right doing, wrong doing, any differences just evaporated in that unified field. As we do that, we don't just feel better. We become different. And then our world becomes different. Now, of course, this practice doesn't just apply to family systems. I know I'm focusing on that, but it's friends and coworkers, or our relationship with our circumstances, or our relationship with what is happening in the larger world. We can make this intention, and the universe will respond. You can intend to be more aware. You can intend to pause. You can intend to see through the lens of gratitude, to choose presence and love, and then watch what shows up for you. So So here's an afterword to the puppet story. So Elijah kept the puppet with him, and he started going around to everybody who was still there, and kind of, playing with them, the same game. So at this point, I was sitting with my sister, and so he came up to her, Mima, alligator got your finger, alligator got your nose. So my sister gently took the puppet away from Elijah and said, do you remember this puppet? And I said, what? She said, this was your puppet growing up. And in that moment, I knew it was familiar to me. I knew that I had a connection to it, but I don't always remember all the details of growing up because I was hypervigilant and I was everywhere. My sister focused on the details, so she's almost like the memory keeper of the details. But as soon as she said it, I remembered. Not only did I love this puppet, but because it was an alligator, I think I used it to protect myself. And I remember even sleeping with the puppet. And I said to her, where did you get this? She said, after Mommy died, I was going through a closet, and she had, stuff in the closet, and it was there. And I thought about giving it to you, but what are you going to do with a puppet? I knew my grandchildren would play with it. And I was so happy in that moment that she didn't give it to me, so that it could be there on that day. Wow. Unified field, possibilities. It could be there, and Elijah dug for it and came out with that, and it changed everything. It changed everything. The universe will find us with what we need in the moment we need it so that we can feel safe. As long as we pause and make the space for that. So I want to end with an essay. So, many people know who David White is? Yeah. Okay, so David White is a poet and an author. He's actually, with Rich, I'm allowed to have other boyfriends in the sense, like my movie star boyfriend. David White is my spiritual boyfriend. I have a super crush on him. And I read, he has this book and Consolations too, and I probably have, it's part of almost my daily reading every day. And this is called Gratitude. Gratitude is not a passive response to something that we have been given. Gratitude arises from paying attention, from being awake in the presence of everything that lives within and without us. Gratitude is not necessarily something that is shown after the event. It is a deep, innate state of attention that shows we understand and are equal to the gifted nature of life. Gratitude is the understanding that many millions of things come together and live together and mesh together and breathe together in order for us to take even one more breath of air. That the underlying gift of life and incarnation as a living, participating human being is a privilege. That we are miraculously part of something rather than nothing. Even if that something is temporarily pain or despair, we inhabit a living world with real faces, real voices, laughter, the color blue, the green of the fields, the freshness of a cold wind, or the tawny hue of a winter landscape. Thanksgiving happens when our sense of presence meets all other presences. And when we do, and this is my add-on, the divine presence will touch you in all ways, even unexpected ways, like bringing you a toy that you played with 65 years ago, or however long ago your childhood was. I'm going to invite Jackie to come up. So as we close this month of loving the unlikable, remember that it is not about loving what you don't like as much as it is about choosing the power of love amidst what you don't like. So I am going to ask that everybody maybe ends with me with this affirmation. Repeat after me if it feels right for you. I choose to see with the eyes of love.
I choose to see with the eyes of love.
I practice gratitude as my path to freedom.
I practice gratitude as my path to freedom.
I behold the divine in all, including myself. And I'm choosing love today.
And I'm choosing love.
And I'm choosing heaven today. And so it is.
She's awesome. So it is. So it is. Thank you so much, Reverend Janice, for that powerful talk. It's wonderful. So let's be reminded to choose love, choose heaven, choose joy. I invite you to sing along with me. We'll start out with love since we
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so it's anybody know I'm choosing heaven today or I'm choosing love today? It's pretty easy, so just follow along. So I'm choosing love today. I'm choosing love today. Yes, I'm walking the road of heaven right now. I'm choosing love today. Here we go, love again, come on. I'm choosing love today. I'm choosing love today. Yes, I'm walking the road of heaven right now. I'm choosing love today. Now let's choose heaven, y'all. I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now. I'm choosing heaven today. Let's choose peace. I'm choosing peace today. I'm choosing peace today. Yes, I'm walking the road of heaven right now. I'm choosing peace today. Let's choose joy, right?
Yeah.
I'm choosing joy today. Oh, yes. I'm choosing joy today. I am walking the road of heaven right now. I'm choosing heaven today. Let's go back to heaven, y'all. I'm choosing heaven today. Yes. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now. I'm choosing heaven today. Let's choose heaven one more time. I'm choosing heaven today. Yes, yes. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now. I'm choosing heaven today.
Good choices, good choices. So it's now time to make the choice to share our abundance. And there are, I'll begin to pass the basket. There are a number of ways we share our abundance here, whether so many of you are wonderful volunteers that we appreciate. You share in service. We also share from our bounty. So as I pass this around, you can use an envelope or put in lots of money, whatever you decide. You can also give using Venmo or PayPal, which have the QR codes are in the back. You can give on our website. We appreciate all that you give all year. And to just show that, I am passing around this other basket that has a token of my appreciation, because I appreciate all of you so much for showing up, for stepping up, for all that you do and all that you give. So take a token for yourself and take a token for someone else. And at some point, pass it on to somebody you're grateful for, even if you're grateful because they're there to wake you up. Or just pass them on as a token of gratitude and appreciation. So let's join me in blessing the gifts that come forth today. Please repeat after me. Divine love consecrates my gift.
Divine love consecrates my gift.
It goes forth to heal, prosper, and bless.
It goes forth to heal, prosper, and bless.
It returns to me multiplied abundantly.
It returns to me multiplied abundantly.
As I share my good,
As I share my
I accept my greater good.
I accept my greater good.
So it is.
So it is.
Thank you. So I have some announcements to share with you. So today, people, is the last day of the gratitude and blessing swaps, and there's lots of blessings over there. We need you to take things home, please. I'm not sure what's going to happen to the stuff that's here. If anything that you bought in is still there and you want it back, please take it. After today, that stuff will not be here. And I'm hoping Kathy will help me figure out where it's going to go. Because I don't know. But take things, feel free. great, okay? And I thank you for that. It was fun. I got a few good things. I took the s'more maker for my daughter.
Nice.
This Friday is our first Friday healing service.
We didn't get it.
That's facilitated by Gail Belluardo. It happens here at 7 o'clock.
I think they got it first.
It's a message. On Thursday, December 18th, is our next woman-to-woman luncheon. There's a sign-up sheet. There's a lot of people signed up. Please sign up in the social hour room and indicate what you're going to bring, because it's kind of like a potluck, not only sharing friendship, sharing food. So you're welcome to join us for that. Next Sunday, already, December 7th, is Kat Lehman's next sound bath. You need to sign up and register. You can use the QR code. There are flyers in the back. Please put them around too, because people actually love this sound baths, and Kat's amazing. So please sign up and register on Breeze before next Sunday. January 4th, Chris Ferraro will be presenting a workshop called Release, Renew, and Radiate. And Chris is amazing. She speaks here usually once a month. So it's going to be a workshop that offers space to clear away energetic residue from 2025 as you fully accept the possibilities of 2026. So that's happening the first Sunday of the new month. There's still social hour slots to fill in for December, so move to do that. We would really appreciate it. I want to thank Monica. I think she's already in there getting ready for today. Monica's providing our social hour today. There's also still Signs of My magazines back there, and it's for the month of December, so please purchase one of those if you would like to. Okay. Next week, Chris Ferraro is not going to be here. She has other plans. So Tony Hamilton, who is a practitioner at CSL North Jersey, will be here, and Rhonda Dene will be here back here with our music. It's been a joy, and it's been wonderful to have Jackie. This was such a fun thing today, so thank you so much for being here. Just going to come up and do a closing song in a moment. I'm going to end with a closing treatment. Shall we just allow everything that has been shared today to resonate in the deepest part of our heart and in the highest way that is needed for our movement, becoming, and joy in life? We allow this idea of pausing and pivoting with gratitude and becoming present to the love that already exists within us and the possibility of the unified field. We allow that to become guidance for us moving forward as we step into the real world, as we move into this holiday season, so that it becomes not just holidays but holy days, days that we are so present, experiences that we are so present with love and with peace and with joy. And so I know that this day is a new beginning, a beginning of walking the path of heaven, of choosing love, and of allowing spirit to know itself more and more through and as us. And so, with so much gratitude in my heart, I release this word into the law, knowing it is fulfilled right here and right now. And for this and so much more, we say thank you, God, and so it is.
I've got a roof over my head. I've got a warm place to sleep. Some nights I lie awake counting gifts instead of counting sheep. I've got a heart that can hold love. I've got a mind that can think. There may be times when I lose the light and let my spirit sink, but I can't stay depressed when I remember how I am blessed. Grateful, grateful, truly grateful I am. Grateful, grateful, truly blessed and duly grateful. In a city of strangers, I've got a family of friends. No matter what rocks and brambles lead the way, I know that they will stay until the end. And I feel a hand holding my hand. It's not a hand you can see, but on the road to the promised land, this hand will shepherd me through delight and despair, holding tight and always there. Grateful, grateful, truly grateful I am. Grateful, grateful, truly blessed and duly grateful. It's not that I don't want a lot, or hope for more, or dream of more, but giving thanks for what I've got makes me so much happier than keeping score. In a world that can bring pain, I will still take each chance. For I believe that whatever the terrain, my feet can learn to dance. Whatever stone life may sling, we can moan or we can sing. Grateful, grateful, truly grateful I am. Grateful, grateful, truly blessed and duly grateful. Truly blessed and duly